Chapter 25 as the capital S supermarket opened with fanfare. Tar City S residents received good news. Levi S restaurant reopened. No, it hadn't closed. But after relentless study, Levi had mastered Jomli's recipes. After 3 days of preparation, he reopened with a new menu. As the recipe provider, Jomli closed the supermarket after morning business and was invited to Levi's restaurant as a guest, given the best seat. Sitting at the center of the bustling hall, Jomli looked around. The restaurant was packed with Tar City residents eager to try the new dishes, arriving in groups. Only Jomli was alone. Jomli. He quietly averted his gaze, but other diners noticed him. Mr. Jomli, here to taste the new dishes. Since you provided the recipes, you must be here to check the results. Other restaurants claimed they mastered the recipes and launched new dishes early. But compared to the supermarket as braised pork with preserved vegetables, they were awful. A diner at the next table poured hot water from a thermos, sipped, and sighed. Hope Levi doesn't disappoint. Yes, they brought their own hot water. Water wasn't free in this world as restaurants. The wait wasn't long. Ordered dishes soon arrived. Levi personally delivered Jomli's order, standing by expectantly for feedback. Jomli ordered the basic braised pork with preserved vegetables and a bowl of magical beast meat braised rice. The rice, a staple at many restaurants, had a unique otherworldly flavor he'd tried before. The focus was the adapted braised pork. The pork belly was thinly sliced, topped with dark preserved vegetables, looking identical to what Jomli had eaten before. The preserved vegetables came from the supermarket, so Jomli picked up a piece of fatty meat, unsure which magical beast meat Levi had chosen after experiments. It looked perfectly marbled, just like pork belly. He tasted it carefully. The flavor was close, though the beast meat had a slightly stronger taste, not fully masked by seasoning, but negligible. Eating such a hometown dish in this world, Jomli was touched. He nodded solemnly. Very good. Really? Levi's eyes lit up, filled with joy and emotion. Mr. Jomli, you really think it as good? Jomli affirmed. You've eaten better than what is sold at the supermarket. Not just Jomli, other diners gave Levi glowing reviews. It is exactly like the supermarket is, and this sweet and sour pork is even better than the supermarket is. Levi, how do you make it so crispy? I tried your recipes at home, Mr. Jomli, and always failed at frying. What beast meat is this? And this stir-fried potato, my goodness. I never knew potatoes could be eaten like this. This boiled beef has the spicy hot pot base flavor. Can hot pot base be used this way? The diners savored the novel dishes, showering them with praise. Despite Jomli sharing the recipes, he offered no further help. The unfamiliar cooking methods baffled many, though some bought works. Not everyone masters stir-frying, let alone experimented to find substitute ingredients. Many gave up after initial failures, and some restaurants sold poorly made dishes, getting slammed by customers. Thus, the supermarket as pre-made dishes remained popular. Levi, a skilled chef, perfectly replicated Jomli's recipes. From now on, even when the supermarket was closed, they could enjoy delicious food. Plus, Levi's restaurant now offered new dishes not sold at the supermarket. All thanks to Mr. Jomli for selflessly sharing the precious recipes. Without him, they wouldn't have tasted such delights. Decided, they visited the supermarket again later. After a hearty lunch, Jomli left Levi's restaurant, strolling back to the supermarket. Residents greeted him warmly along the way, and he responded in kind, rarely leaving the supermarket. He wasn't in a rush to return home and decided to wander Tar City. Usually, he stayed near the shopping street, leaving for us by afternoon, rarely exploring the city as sights. Winter as Tar City was draped in snow, streets cleared for easy walking at the central square. He saw people busy hanging vibrant decorations on buildings and trees. Among them, the blonde, blue-eyed noble oversaw the work. Augustus turned. Eyes lighting up. John Lee, you read just in time. We're preparing for the upcoming winter snow festival, he said. It is a Tar City tradition. Your first winter here, you haven't heard of it, right? John Lee shook his head. The square was bustling. Besides Augustus, John Lee noticed mages from the Magic Association helping, using fly spells to hem decorations or as magic to craft snow sculptures. Making quick progress. Since you haven't heard, you must come, Augustus said proudly. Our winter snow festival may not be famous outside, but it is lively, lasting days. The Dean Castle hosts a grand banquet. I was about to find you festivals need drinks. We usually use local winery wines, but this year, I want to order liquor and beverages from you. No problem, John Lee said. Tell me how much you need later. Augustus happily patted his back, the puffy down jacket flattening slightly, catching his eye briefly. After instructing his men to continue, Augustus joined John Lee as stroll. John Lee, I've wanted to ask forever. What? Augustus couldn't hold back. What are you wearing? John Lee glanced at his long down jacket, then at Augustus as for cape and the passers-by as for all wool garments. His jacket stood out starkly. He slipped his hands into his warm pockets underneath. He wore normal otherworldly clothes. He didn't want to stand out, but Tar City was just too cold. In the supermarket, with air conditioning, he didn't feel the chill and rarely left, but today, he had no choice. Levi's warm invitation, plus providing the recipes, made it hard to refuse. He demanded to buy a thick coat, but the tailor was out, so he wore his down jacket. It was lightweight, warm, and more comfortable than any magical beast fur coat. It is a down jacket, goose down. Augustus' eyes gleamed with interest. There is none in the supermarket, John Lee said, but I can get you one. Just order online easy. Augustus nodded, satisfied. He stretched, showing John Lee the heating pads plastered from neck to feet under his cape. Since getting this heating pads, I don't feel cold walking outside. Your gloves and quills have helped a lot this winter. Since you came, you've brought so many wonders, and Tar City has become much livelier. Has it? John Lee said casually. I haven't eaten much. Augustus smiled without replying. He looked at a nearby residential area where new houses were being built. With Tar City as growing population, housing was tight. After partnering with the supermarket, the city as fame grew and more would come. His father ordered expansions to accommodate new residents, planning to reclaim more farmland in spring. As they spoke, adventurers approached, stopping to greet them. Mr. John Lee, Chris said cheerfully. Young Master Dean, Mr. Chris, John Lee replied. Just back from outside, Irene eagerly said. We went to rent a house. We're resettling in Tar City. Chris sighed. We meant to stay a few days, resupply, and living in inns, but somehow, we stayed until now. Augustus smiled. Because of the supermarket, right? Exactly. Chris and his companions nodded. The food is too good we couldn't leave. Winter came, travel got tough, and we were hesitating about leaving in spring. But today, we visited Levi's restaurant. The food was amazing, Irene interjected. If we leave, I'll never eat such dishes again, even with recipes. Our cooking as no will close, so we decided to stay. The traveler added. But renting a house used up all our money. No choice, Irene bought a ton of magic materials. Huh? Me. Wasn't it you guys drinking too much? Just take more quests. We can still go out before dark. Chris as group bid John Lee farewell, heading to the Adventurers Guild. Augustus looked back. Oh, John Lee, want to join the Winter Snow Festival? Winter Snow Festival. It is super lovely at night, he added. But if you don't want to come, that is fine. Seeing the decorations, John Lee was curious about this world as festivals. Usually alone studying magic, he figured it'd be fun to experience the local culture. I'll think about it. This later, Augustus sent someone with the drink order. Back on Earth, John Lee called Uncle Gao, ordering the liquor and beverages for the Dean Castle as banquet. Uncle Gao delivered promptly. By the way, Qiao Zhang, he said, it is the end of the month. Let us settle this month's account. No problem. After checking, John Lee transferred the payment for the month's goods and the new order. When the transaction notification arrived, John Lee froze, staring at it. Xiao Zhang, what is wrong? Uncle Gao asked. Nothing. John Lee pocketed his phone, bending to move goods into storage. After Uncle Gao left, John Lee sat behind the counter, pulling out his phone to reread the transaction notice. His gaze lingering on the 4-digit balance. 4 digits. John Lee. Yep, John Lee was broke.